Oh, hey there. Welcome. I have no clue how you got into my house, but welcome. You just caught Zaya, Barry, and I in the middle of wrapping presents, and, sure is going.
I'm surprised how bad you are at this. I've only had a tangible body for approximately a month and I can manage this much better than you.
Hey, I'm trying. 'Tis the season after all. And for our viewers, we have a banger gift set up just for you. I'm sure plenty of you are wondering what to get your friends and maybe even your family for Christmas. Well, you've come to the right place. This is CrossVee's top 10 games of 2022. How is that Christmas related? Shut the fuck up, it's my video. Maybe some of these games on this list will be perfect gifts to give your gamer friends and gamer family.
I have a gift for the viewers.
Oh, what is it?
I'm not finished wrapping yet.
Zaya, unwrap him.
Take him. Please take him, viewer.
Zaya, go unwrap Barry and finish wrapping your presents. While you do that, I'll get things started here.
Fine, but I will rewrap him for New Year's.
That's fine. Now go. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's lay some ground rules for what games can qualify for this list. The games that can be included, I have to have played or be playing currently. The game does not have to have come out this year, but I do have to have started or finished the game this year. Demos do not count. The game has to be fully released or at least purchasable to play. I don't have to have made a video on the game, nor have mentioned it in another video. Number 1 will be my personal game of the year, and one that I can safely recommend to almost everyone. I also won't spend a lot of time on each game either, but if there's a game on this list that you'd like me to make a video on that I haven't already, be sure to let me know down in the comments. I'll also be including links to each of the game's Steam pages in the description of the video. Alrighty, with that out of the way, starting off with number 10 is Dust: An Elysian Tale. This game came out in 2012 and I played the demo all the time on the Xbox Live Arcade back in the day. And I'm putting this at number 10 not because it's so old, but because I haven't finished it just yet. And although I'm only on chapter 3, this game is genuinely so good it feels wrong not including this game on my list. This combat-oriented Metroidvania is visually nice, with a story that is not only fantastic but has me invested in it, and the gameplay and combat feel smooth and fantastic. There's honestly not much I feel like I can speak on, since I haven't really finished the game, but I can safely say that this game will sit snug at A tier. Wait, what was this video again? Taking up the number 9 spot is Ghostwire Tokyo. I had briefly mentioned this game before in one of my original videos when I came back to doing YouTube, but that was just me talking about how much I like the game, so yeah, I like it. I'd seen the reveal trailer for this game back when it initially dropped, and didn't really keep track of it until it released in March of this year. I believe I got it a few weeks after its release and pretty much only played it. What drew me in was the game's combat and setting, and I stayed for all of that plus the story and one-to-one gameplay. Its combat has a heavy focus on using ranged spells and attacks with different properties, each with flashy moves, explosions, and each hit felt as if it had great impact, especially the executions. The one-to-one gameplay has you walking about the setting of a desolate but yet beautiful Tokyo that has many demons and yokai roaming about and causing havoc, and trapping the spirits of the innocent residents of the city. You'll be taking control of Akito, and with your ghosted companion KK, you'll be traveling through the streets of this now ghost-filled wasteland to learn the secrets of this occurrence and save Tokyo from impending doom. Just be careful. The spirit parade continues its procession. And yes, you can pet the dog. Quickly jumping over to number 8, we have No Straight Roads. I adore this game as it just oozes style and charm. A character action game that has its enemies and bosses tied to the background music of each level, each which have their own unique tracks, attacks, themes, and arenas? Sign me up! Dialing things back a bit, this is another game that didn't release this year, but I had started playing it. I always had my eye on this game. And with a gift from my friend, thanks Gabe, I was finally able to jump into the world of NSR and rock out with my You'll be taking control of Mayday and Zook, partners in crime and members of Bunkbed Junction as you bring back the power of rock music.
Rock?
Not that kind of rock, Zaya. Back to the musically driven setting of Final City. You see, the city is powered by music, technology developed by NSR, and with EDM rising to popularity and rock falling out of favor, Mayday and Zook strike back to bring rock.
Rock?
Still no. back to the people and bring down NSR's monopoly over the power of the city. I do have plans for a short video on this game in the future, so I won't spoil it too much here, but short and sweet, banger ass game full of bangers with banger as hell style. Banger? I barely know her. Actually, you know what, Zaya? Cut that from the tape.
No.
Moving on to number 7, we have Solar Ash. I've done this song and dance already. Twice over, in fact. And with the game now available on Steam, this 3D movement-based platformer is a perfect gift for those who are a fan of the genre. No excuse now, game's on Steam now. No excuse, play the game already, do it. Go get it. Links in the description, go do it. I'm waiting, go do it. Number 6, Patapon. Fuck you. Number 6, Goodbye World. I just made a video on this beautiful visual novel developed by a single dev by the name of Yofuji. It's a touching story that follows the lives of 2 young students, Connie and Kamade, who attempt to become independent game developers once they graduate. Visual novels are typically more story-oriented, so it makes sense that the game's story is fairly good, but this one's story personally hit close to home for me. The game even has some pretty swanky music. I can't believe I just said that. Am I gonna leave that in? I even listened to some of the tracks while I'm editing or working on occasion. If you're looking for something more gameplay oriented, maybe consider some of the other options on this list. But I can't recommend this game enough to those who love visual novels or wish to experience a very touching story that's grounded in a reality that many creatives face today. I promise you, it's worth it. Let's now take a look at number 5, Potionomics. I don't know what it is about potion-themed games this year. Like, if I had a nickel for every potion-themed game I played or had my eye on, I'd have like 15 cents. I don't know where I'm going with this, but hey, Potionomics! Some may recognize that I talked about this game during my Steam Next Facts October 2022 video, where I absolutely gawked over the whimsical and absolutely wondrous animation alongside the game's great character design and smooth music. After inheriting your uncle's shop, you'll be making and selling potions to the citizens of Rafta, interacting with some of its inhabitants, and running your new shop to become the best potion maker around. From haggling to ingredient hunting, there's plenty to do in Potionomics, and although I haven't finished it yet, I'm having a great time, and I know you.
Zoh is romancing the walrus. When it comes to top roguelikes of the year, Cult of the Lamb has easily become one of the most popular, with its only rival really being Vampire Survivors. During the day you're venturing forth to gather resources and recruit cultists to grow your base and manage your followers to grow ever stronger and seek revenge on the false prophets for slaying your kin, but of course with the power of the one who waits. This action-adventure base-building game with roguelike elements is not just charming with its art style and characters, but also matches all that charm with even more satisfying combat in your expeditions. The one caveat is that this game's roguelike elements aren't as deep as one may like. The roguelike elements only extend your expeditions, as death will mean failing said expedition and returning you to camp without some of your spoils. The base building and cult management don't have roguelike elements, but instead empower you for your expeditions. Buffs, new weapons, traits, and skills, and etc. We plan to make a video on Cult of the Lamb very soon, so we'll save more detailed information about the game until then.
It's pretty awesome, you know. Alrighty, moving on to number 3, we have Deflector. This game is sick as fuck. So sick that I made a video talking about how much I love this game and why you should too. The fact that so many people have never heard of this game is a crime, and I won't stand for it. I love Deflector, and it's easily my favorite roguelike to play. I've even bought this game a total of 4 to 5 times for me and for my friends, who are also now enjoying the game. Okay, let me slow down for a sec. Check this shit. This bullet hell roguelike with deflecting at the core of its gameplay had stolen my heart from the moment I first booted it up in its early stages of early access. Intense gameplay, non-linear stage progression, a banger ass soundtrack, base devs that not only are active in the community, but are actively listening to feedback with transparency on what their plans are? This game has been easily shaping up to be something amazing, and it's got all the tools and groundwork to make that a reality. It is currently in early access, so it's still receiving content patches and updates all around. So the price tag may leave a few skeptical, but with endgame content and more replayability on the way, it's definitely worth looking into if you are a fan of the roguelike genre and are looking for something new. Now this next one is a game I really didn't think I'd like as much as I did when I first started playing it. I even had plans on doing a video for it, but I decided against it halfway through putting it together. Sitting at number 2, we have Death's Door. I had gotten this game earlier this year, before I had gotten back into doing YouTube content, but never got around to actually playing it. It wasn't until sometime in August that I actually gave this game a chance, and I'm so glad I did. With its simple but challenging and engaging gameplay, amazing soundtrack which I went on to purchase, and epic set pieces and boss fights, I quickly found myself not wanting to put my controller down whenever I played. I adored the level design, as each location felt distinct with great puzzles, interesting enemy designs, and even secrets littered around almost every corner. And with those secrets, I just wanted to explore around and find everything that the game was hiding, whether it be more souls to upgrade to my abilities, or even new weapons. Wonderful gameplay and design aside, what I loved the most about this game was its great story and lively cast of characters that kept me involved the whole way through. Death's Door managed to have me attached to not only the friendly characters around me, but even make me feel for the bosses that I was reaping. They felt like real people, with genuine depth and reasoning for their decisions and actions. This game is amazing, and one that I hope you'll consider trying out yourself. Well, we're here. At the number 1 spot on my list. I had been anticipating this game's full release since I played its demo way back in my Steam Next Fest June video, and when it arrived, I quickly fell in love. The game I'm talking about is Metal Hellsinger. With my discoverance of the rhythm shooter genre this year, I became obsessed. From playing the hell out of BPM bullets per minute and the Gun Jam demo, to making a full video not only talking about the history of rhythm shooters, but the history of both rhythm games and FPS games, I have not been able to find myself getting enough of this new and budding genre. Sitting right there next to its founding father BPM, Metal Hellsinger has blasted its way into the genre with a stellar soundtrack, featuring legendary vocalists from popular rock groups that has me headbanging alongside my gameplay. Jumping, dashing, shooting, flying, and tearing through enemies feels so satisfying as I time all my actions to that sick soundtrack I was just raving about. Each arena I would walk into has me dashing and pumping hot lead into the chests of demons that stand in my way. Every weapon available feels fantastic to use, as each shot rings beautifully alongside the music as demons fall to the backing track. And don't get me started on executing enemies when the song picks up into the chorus. The story also gave me some intrigue, but although it didn't really hook me into be too invested, I can't deny that it actually threw me for a loop with some of its twists. I do wish there was more to the story, as I was wanting more after the credits started to roll, and maybe they'll make a DLC campaign, but aside from that, the story is pretty solid. The only real gripe I have with the game are its bosses, which although are lackluster in visual uniqueness, minus the final boss, they do at least carry some real difficulty to them. If you love movement shooters like Doom, love rock music, and/or love rhythm games, this is absolutely a must buy. Hell, play the demo that's available on its Steam page just to get a little taste of this amazing game. And that's it. Despite this being a numbered list, each of the games here are great in their own right and deserve the attention of those who may or would enjoy them. I also recognize that there are many games that I didn't get a chance to play this year, and there are many other games out there that also deserve some spotlight. So, this is my list, but I would love to hear your favorite games of this year in the comments below. I love coming down there and talking to you all, and maybe I'll find some more gems from you guys down in the comments too. We've had a fantastic year and a great 9-10 months making content here on YouTube. I say it a lot, but I'm genuinely grateful to all of you for sticking around and watching my content. Whether you're subscribed or just watch my content to support, thank you so much. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.